Hey guys, just a very quick intro. I forgot to show you the part number and the actual split on the filter, so if you watch to the very end you get the part number and the actual issue. So yep, enjoy. Hey guys, thanks for joining me on another episode of Jack's Mechanics. Today we have here a 2011 Toyota Prado KDJ 150 running 3-litre diesel engine, obviously used in the Hiluxes. I think it started about 05, these things, and yeah, it went all the way up to 2016, I believe. So just going to share a common issue which results in low boost and can wear the turbo in some cases as well. Essentially what we're looking at right here is our MAP gas filter, as Toyota call it. So coming from this side of the hose we have manifold boost pressure, and it gets fed through the filter down here, runs down to our MAP sensor, connects underneath here, 3-wire sensor, power, ground, signal. So our MAP gas filter is filtering carbon and oil to protect the integrity of our MAP sensor to keep it reading properly. But an issue that does occur with these is basically splitting. Sorry about the interruption there, but essentially underneath that black oil there is a split. So usually you get to start to see this oil residue build up around the intake flap. And this is not a throttle body on a diesel, it's called an intake flap, and it stays open majority of the time unless it closes maybe about 20% for EGR or shuts fully when you turn the car off. Essentially, well, you know, obviously disregard that. This is the point of this video, is this MAP gas filter. They're around $80 from Toyota. Don't muck around, just buy a genuine one. There's aftermarket steel canister ones out there to try and fix this issue, but for $80 this thing's done 200,000 Ks and it's just sort of splitting now. So look, what essentially happens, the reason we need to replace this and the reason we have low boost codes, when this gas is leaking out of here, we're not getting a full boost reading to this sensor. So what does the computer do? It goes, oh, I want to see more boost. So in the variable vane turbo over the other side, there's a couple of different names for the turbo. It's either VGT, variable geometry, variable vane, variable nozzle turbo. Have a look on Google and see how that works. Pretty cool, been using them for a long time. Essentially it opens up those vanes a bit more, and it also increases the fuel. So how do we get more boost? We open the vanes, we put more fuel in the cylinder, we create more heat. Heat goes into the back of the turbo. Heat is actually what spins the turbo. If you could think of the atoms, the heat atoms and stuff that are inside there, they're vibrating and they want to get out, so they get spun around by the turbo and then down the exhaust pipe. But as we obviously want to make more boost, we need to create more heat and yeah, essentially throw it down the back of the turbo. What happens when we have heat? We have expansion, and eventually what happens, they expand too much when these break in bad cases, and then it ends up damaging the turbo. The vanes actually hit on the exhaust housing and wear the turbo out. So this little $80 filter can cost you essentially a $4,000 turbo. So keep your eye out for this one. It does obviously run low boost codes and stuff like that. Always have a look at this. If you have it on a Hilux, you have an engine cover, it's a bit harder to see, but they also run these on the VDJs and the, what is it, the 2.8s as well. Can't think of the engine code right now. But essentially this is a serviceable item, and yeah, you want to keep an eye out for it. So yeah, I hope that sort of covers the importance of this and why we need to look over this when we're doing a service. We want to protect our turbo. Obviously we don't want this thing, $80 map gas filter, causing an issue with a bloody turbo. Just doesn't make sense. So do due diligence every time you do a service. Have a look at that, take a quick look. Like from Toyota, 80 bucks, whack it on, and happy days. So yeah, if you got anything out of this, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. We've got plenty more tips and tricks on there, and we'll catch you at the next one. Take care. I figure I better show you guys part number 909-1711044 filter gas vacuum. We'll pull this one off. Hopefully pull it off. Alright, 1 second. And that's your split. And that's what can cost you thousands of dollars. So get rid of that. We'll pop our new one in there, and we'll send this one out to do another 200,000. Thanks guys.